learners. Today we're breaking down All Along the Watchtower in the style of Jimi Hendrix, but also props to Bob Dylan for being such a tremendous songwriter. Printable tabs for this lesson, all lessons by becoming a Patreon, links in the notes. Additional links in the description, my email for some one-on-one lessons. If you're a fan of Jimi Hendrix, hit that like button. It helps other fans find this tutorial. There's a whole Jimi Hendrix playlist as well. Ukulele brain attention span, when you got all three, follow me on in. Let's break it down. So I've wanted to do this one for a long time, All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix, and we are going to match his pitch. Right now I'm in standard tuning, so this is a C. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune everything down a half step. Now, if you don't like doing this, that's fine. I would encourage you to do it, but hey, who am I to judge if you don't like twisting these knobs? If that's the case, know that you're going to have to sing just a little bit higher in pitch than the recording. So we're going to take this G, and we're going to drop it down to G flat, which is also F sharp, depending on what your tuner tells you. C becomes a B, E becomes E flat, and A becomes A flat. Your tuner might tell you G sharp as well. So now when I play this chord, it's actually a B chord because everything's one note over. Now I'm going to refer to the regular chord shapes that you would be in standard tuning, but you are tuned down a half step. So what does that mean? We're going to need three chords, a C sharp minor, which technically now is a C minor, a B, which technically now is a B flat, and an A, which technically now is an A flat. Now, usually if it's down a half step, I kind of maybe try to use bar chords, but this song has a very unique rising and sinking feeling from the way he's playing on the guitar. So we wanted to get as close to Jimi as we can. We start on this B shape, and we're going to go up, down, up to the C sharp minor, and up, and 4, and 1, and down, okay? So slowly, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. So super slow. It's and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 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 and 4, and okay. Speed it up. And 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 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 and 4, and 1, and 2. That's the rhythm for the whole tune. Now he's doing all downs. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. Because he's also occasionally doing things like and doing 16ths. That makes it significantly harder. So I am going to just do it with the foundations, with the downs and the ups. If you feel like tricking it out a little more, try all downs, and then once you get that, you can interject some ups. Down, 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 up, down. And 4, and 1, and a 2. But he's not doing it that often either. So that's why instead of going through and showing something, Jimi was how can I say this? Songs today are very structured. So if it is a strum pattern here, it's a strum pattern here, 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 and here throughout the entire song. Jimi got in there and never really played the same thing twice. That's why instead of me saying, oh, you do these ups here and here and here like that, it's best just to get a foundation and then kind of play it a little different every time. Now that takes a level of skill and confidence with strumming. To do that, you need to be able to count music. If you can't count music, I'll link a video up here because that's the foundation of starting to experiment with strum patterns a little bit and liberating yourself from the idea that one strum pattern has to happen throughout an entire song. You can play things different. You can have fun. You can mix them up. If you're loving this lovely Mustang flight, go ahead and check out the information below. This is one of the ones that they gave me that I like to play, and there's a little more information about it. It's really quite the tenor, and I don't really like new ukuleles, but I've had this one now for almost a year, and it's really starting to set into something that I enjoy a lot. I like them to feel a little road worn, if you will, battle tested. So let's take a look at the intro riff. We're going to start here, and we're going to slide our middle finger from 6 to 8. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be 6. It can be 5. It can be 7. It's just sliding up to this 8th fret. Usually, when it doesn't matter where I start, I like to start 2 frets before it, because that's easiest for my hand. I'm going to slide 8 with my middle finger, and then index finger 7 on the E string, and 9. And that's also 3 and 4 and... And then on the 1, we're going to take 9, we're going to bend it a whole step. You want it to sound like this note here. And we're going to do that 3 times in a row. 1 and 2. Now, if it's hard for you to do the bend 3 times, you can bend it and just pluck it while it's bent. Now, you can also add vibratos to bend. I wish I had my electric ukulele from flight here, too. It's still in Colombia. I'm going to get that one on the next flight back. This flight back, I took this old duffel bag that was super beat up, and I duct taped a guitar and a bass inside it, and then I duct taped my clothes around it. And believe it or not, it made it through customs. So we get, so far, boom. Then, when we're already bent, we're going to pluck. And release all the way back to 9, and then lift these fingers up and pluck 7. Now, about those bends, if you need more help with bends too, I got a lesson on that. But it's best not to use one finger because you don't have a lot of control. I have my ring finger on the 9th fret, middle on the 8th, index on the 7th, and 3 fingers gives me a lot more articulation and control. So we get so far. Now, what we did on the 3rd time is it was already bent, and I plucked it, unbent it, and then played the 7th fret. That looks like this, but just by itself. Very cool. The days are getting longer, but the sun's still setting pretty quick here. I had to turn the old ISO up a little bit. After that, we're going to slide 6 to 8 again. Right back to 6 3 times, 1 and 2. And then if you have a low G, grab the 6 right there. If you don't, you got to go down to 1 way here. Boo, boo. So we go 6, 1, 4, 6. So it's 6, 6, 6. Sorry, 1, 4, 6. Now we're going to bend the C string 9th fret. We're going to bend a full step to sound like 11 again, but if you bend up, you're going to go off the top. So here you have to actually pull down. Back to just 9 by itself. Then we do the pre-bend thing where we pull it before we pluck it, and release. So that's pretty tricky. You got to be kind of quick. Down to 4, 1. After that, the 4 is on the 4th beat too. It's like 4 and we're going to jump up here. We're going to do 4, hammer 6, pull to 4, and then 4 on the C string. Now to do that, this first 4, pull 6, 4, it basically is like an 8th note. And I'm already fretting the 4 of both of my index fingers. So it's like 1 and, 1 and, 1 and, 1, 1 and 2. 7th fret of the E string. And that's going to be a whole bend again up to 9, which rings out for 2 whole beats. It's like 2, 3, and then you do it one more time. And that, my friends, is the full 4-measure introduction baby solo. So let's play that from the top. So let's walk through this intro solo nice and slow together. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2. And there you go, folks. That is how you play All Along the Watchtower. Very cool. And until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Check out the Jimi Hendrix playlist that should be floating around my head somewhere right about now. And if you dig this stuff, sorry for the helicopter, go ahead and print those tabs out. Keep on learning with us. Until next time, have a lovely day. Life is good. Keep on rocking, keep on rolling, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Take care of yourself.